Hello guys, welcome to Jboss EAP 7 session. So today we are going to look the topic, the standalone clustering, Apache integration with modjk plugin. Okay, so we will do with the standalone clustering using TCP protocol. Okay, so we can make it with the UDP and TCP. We already seen the much differences when we need to go with UDP and when you need to go with the TCP, all this stuff. So practically we will go with the standalone, then we'll see this UDP as well. Okay. In my previous session we already seen Apache installation part and all, so we'll skip in this session. So directly we'll installation modjk plugin into this Apache, and we will integrate with Jboss server standalone clustering. So okay, so first what we are going to do is we will have 3 Jboss servers. We will going to make it in our local. So first one is we will name it as a Jboss 1. Okay, so this is Jboss 1, Jboss 2, Jboss 3. Okay, so we will name it as a node 1, node 2, node 3. Okay, so this will helpful because when single machine, when you do even when you're trying to communicate with Apache, the naming is important. Okay, based on the name only it will Apache will try to communicate okay, the name and port as well. So we will give this names and this port. So by default Jboss we will start with 0 port, 0 offset. Okay, so then next Jboss will start with 100 and the next one is 200 port offsets. Okay, so it will be HTTP will be 8080 and this 8180 8280 will start. Okay, so this is again next AJP protocol. So this will help to communicate HTTP Apache to Jboss server. So default 8009 port AJP, and so this is 8109 8209, so 200. Okay, so and management, so we have 9990 10090 0190 0190. So okay, everything with the default ports, all this. So these ports are plus 100, these ports are plus 200. Okay, so we will integrate this with Apache currently 2.4.4 and modjk plugin we will install in Apache, and we will access all 3 Jboss servers in round robin fashion. So it's a default algorithm, round robin fashion. Okay, and so we will monitor this as well. Okay, how to monitor this Apache. Okay, so that these are the points today we are going to cover in this session. Okay, so we are going with EAP 7.1 alpha. Okay, so let me unzip. Done. Okay, some permissions. Okay, so Jboss bin, and we will start with standalone.sh file. Let me reduce some JVM memories because we are starting to 3 servers in a single machine, so this is not actually mandatory activity. So but so let me reduce some memory. Instead of 1.3 GB it will use 300 MB. Okay, this is okay. So well, coming to the configurations, we're going to choose either this or this. So now I'm going to choose this. HA will support a clustering, full HA will support a clustering. So this I'm going to choose standalone HA.xml. okay, so as I said, I will give the name. Okay, name, this is the first Jboss. I made it as a node 1. Okay, so and there is some other place also we need to give this node identification property. Okay, okay, so here node identifier node 1. Okay, and so okay, so UTP. So this is basically okay, when you're trying to go with the cluster, we have a J groups in Jboss which will try. This is the one subsystem major cluster. So this will under we have 2 protocols which will help to communicate between the cluster Jboss servers, a cluster group of servers. To communicate, we need to go with the UDP or TCP. We already seen the differences and when to choose UDP and when to choose the TCP. So now practically now we are going to look our TCP configurations. So here we need to give the list of Jboss servers and their TCP protocol information. Okay, so we will see all this to make how to from command line. Okay, so directly we are manually we are adding into this XML. Okay, so we have a 3 Jboss servers in my local. This is the local host, and this is a TCP port 7600 is the default one, and this is the second Jboss server, and the second Jboss server is if you see this TCP port, so by default 7600 is the default one. So I will start with plus 100. 7700 is this, 7800 is this Jboss server. Okay, 76 7778 77. Okay, 78. So okay, so this is not required, this is deprecated. Okay, that's all the changes. We added TCP information, the particular Jboss server and their port. Okay, save this, done. So that's all the major basic changes. So let me take this copy of this Jboss into second one. So I will take this copy again. I will take one more copy. Okay, so we given Jboss, go to the second Jboss. Okay, so configurations, standalone configurations. So here the first Jboss, it is a node 1 inside it. So here also, so node 1, this should be unique. So what I will do is I will change this. Okay, the node 1 I will change to node 2. Okay, done. So it will be node 2. Done. We done this Jboss node 2, and go to Jboss third one. We will make same command. So that's node 1 made to node 3. Okay, so of course it is reflected. Yes, done. Okay, so the changes will be done at Jboss end, and we will start it. Okay, so Jboss bin standalone.sh -c standalone.h.xml. This is the first Jboss server. So 300 MB to stick. Okay, so the next Jboss. So standalone h.xml, and we need to give this port offset, right? So for that case, this we need to place it here. So this is plus 100. This is Jboss 1 is started. Jboss second one, sorry, which started okay, we're starting third one. Okay, fine. Jboss 3. Okay, standalone h.xml. Okay, port offset, this is 200. Okay, so that's all. So we started 3 Jboss servers. This is 2. So third one is starting. Okay, it is started. We will deploy the simple application. So once you deploy, immediately you will see this, it will trying to communicate that related. Okay, so I have a document, my file. I will deploy Jboss standalone deployments, and this is first Jboss I deployed. When you deploy it, okay, you see this. So it is given node 1. Okay, so the first Jboss and second Jboss .jboss we deployed. Immediately if you see this, some stuff over here. see this second node is added, and it will add third one as well. See this. So this is J groups communicating with no, so that's we need to give this some, or else some problems will come to the picture. So we need to give the unique name. So this is Jboss 1 will recognized all the Jboss servers in a cluster. Second Jboss also recognized all the Jboss servers in a cluster. Third one is this. So now this Jboss part is done. Okay, so now we done this much. So now all the Jboss are in a cluster. Okay, so we done already in my previous sessions installation of this. So now I will have a, so going to do with this installation of this modjk in Apache server. Okay, so this is Tomcat connector. See is the modjk bundle. We need to download it. Okay, this is unzip. Okay, okay, so go to native folder. Okay, so here we need to run. Okay, sudo configure with access is equal to user. So just a second, just a second. Okay, so this, so when you run this, okay, so we need to build this modjk bundle. So it will throw some error over here. So it will look for, okay, the web server. Okay, so some property we need to, while building this access, we already installed that Apache, that location. Okay, this is done. And next make install. So it will trying to local Apache 2 modules. So we have a latest modules, we done it. This is mod cluster bundle. Okay, so mod cluster related things. So we need modjk things, so that it will generate it once your build is done. Sorry. Okay, so then I'll make install. Okay, see this. So this is copied modjk related, okay, things into the server modules, Apache modules. Okay, see now LSLRTH. So the new pack things is came into the picture, modjk module. Okay, this helps to load modjk functionalities into the Apache. Okay, this is done. The build so we done this step. So modjk part is done. So now we'll come to the Apache, and we need to give the some configurations to connect to the Jboss server using modjk. Okay, so Apache conf folder, go to apache.conf. okay, so we open with sudo mode. Okay, so my Apache listening on 80, and my host name is this, and come to the end. Okay, so this is mod cluster things, we already seen it. So this is, now I will going to add some stuff which is related to modjk. Okay, so first let me load this, so which we generate. Oh, we built this modjk just now, so it is there in modules folder. Okay, so modules modjk done. So the next we will going to configure all the Jboss information into this properties file. We will create it. Okay, so this is one, and next, so this some information. Okay, so this will pass the request from the HTTP to this workers file. So the node name in convention, there's some any name you can give it. Okay, so I will tell you this, what else this will help to monitor actually. So we will see at the end of this session. Okay, so this is nothing, can give any name. So from here request will come. So to this we will configure the worker.properties file. Let me save this and create one file. Okay, so we give this name, right? Okay, so we'll create this file. Done. Workers, open this file. So I will going to add here some information which is related to Jboss. So what are Jboss servers we are trying to connect. Okay, so this, so open this, sorry. This name should match with sin worker.properties file. This same name should maintain the same name. Okay, so this is, I will tell you at the end. So we have three nodes. The node, so that's like given a name convention. So the Jboss. Okay, node 1, node 2, node 3. So we will give the, we should to give this only AJP port. It will communicate Apache to Jboss. It is required AJP. Okay, so my Jboss is running in localhost. My Jboss port of AJP 8009, which is seen already, this one. Okay, and this is load. This is actually optional, not mandatory. Okay, this is load balancing factory. Okay, that we will see in the future classes in detail. So how to balance. So when you have thousands of servers in a cluster, so how to balance the load, you need to, you know, to give this exactly all servers in a single equal sharing, or you want to give a more sharing to this half of the servers. Okay, that's okay, we will see that next topic. Okay, so we are going to add all the workers into this balancing, node 1, node 2, node 3. And this sticky session by default, no, modjk we should enable it sticky. Okay, 1 means enable, 0 means disable, and mod cluster, it's by default it will enable. Okay, so this property we will see at the end. Okay, that's all. I will save this. Okay, so this is, close it. Okay, and just a second. Okay, now go to the bin directory. Okay, so Apache will start with port 80. So okay, so we started. Okay, go to the logs folder, modjk, this is the logs, modjk, and this is errors. Okay, so we integrated modjk and we started Apache. So let me access this. So 7.0.1 and port 80 is Apache. Okay, I'm not deployed, application is deployed, right? So Jboss, yeah, we deployed. So TCP session login. Okay, so able to access this application of Jboss from the Apache. Okay, so the login, submit, profile it. So the request is redirect to, so this is Jboss to Jboss 3. So request came to Jboss 1. So this is the first request. Okay, so let me give the second request. So log out, login again. Okay, this time it has gone to Jboss 2. So the Jboss 3 no request as of now. So again log out, login, profile it. So this is Jboss 3. Okay, the first request Jboss 1, second request Jboss 2, third request is Jboss 3. So the information is shared, the request is round robin fashion. So the 3 request is gone to 3 Jboss servers in a cluster. So this is how very basic cluster with modjk. Okay, so example, so we have started 3 Jboss servers. Assume this, I will shut down 1 Jboss server. Okay, so I shut down on Jboss servers in a cluster. So immediately this So it will, the communication will go to all the rest of the 2 Jboss servers in a cluster. So what it is, so that say third one is gone. Currently we have node 1 and node 2. So we have a node 1 and node 2 in a cluster as right now. So node 3 is gone. Okay, so when node 3 is gone, you just see this log file of modjk. So it will throw an error saying this, see this node 3. Okay, so node 3 is having some problem over here. It is the Apache is now, it's lost the communication. So with Jboss node 3. So to this, okay, so we can identify from this log file. So if you see this log file, it will show you, okay, error. So it will show you some errors. It is communication, the loss with node 3, okay, with Jboss server. So this is slightly complicated also to see all the way the 100 servers. How to see the 100 servers in a log is complicated. So for that case, okay, so we given some so in worker.files we added this one, http. so this is this status, okay, so server status. Okay, now so okay, let me start this Jboss 200. Okay, I'm starting back. Okay, so this is how basic accessing, but if you see the Apache monitoring, okay, so 27.0.0.1:80 slash server status. Okay, so you get the two things. Okay, okay, a minute. So this is server status. Okay, server status tt workers status. So okay, so you have to give this status. Once you give it with information about this Apache and Apache version, modjk version, modjk, and you see come down, you see this is currently we have a 3 nodes integrated with Apache. So all 3 nodes status means Apache is able to communicate or not with 3 Jboss servers, the names, okay, we given node 1, node 2, node 3. Okay, so this is the very easiest way to see communication between Apache to any server, Tomcat or Jboss, and the connections, the connections, how many is busy. And okay, so example, you can reset it off. Okay, so it will give some idle and it will be okay. Okay, currently there is no request, so okay, that's why it is giving idle. Okay, okay, so once it is down, okay, it will give you some error. Okay, let me shut down one Jboss. Okay, Jboss 3, I shut down it. So the communication Apache to Jboss is gone. Okay, so it will again in the cluster is just 2 servers only. Okay, so node 1 and node 2 are under cluster, node 1 and node 2 are under cluster. So okay, thus node 3 is shut down. So immediately just come to this, you can give the status. Okay, so request, so refresh it. Okay, if you have a runtime request it's running, then we can identify it. Okay, let me log in it. So here we doesn't have any request, so that's why it is not showing. Okay, profile, this is the first request. Okay, okay, so then let me give one more request access. Session login. Okay, okay, 2 requests has gone. Okay, node 3 is down actually. Okay, so it will give this, let me, so give this is a refresh, it will refresh this page, keep refreshing this page. Okay, so this page will go for error, the state. Okay, this is not okay, actually this is down. Okay, it will give this status as a down. So when you have a more request, then it will actually show. So currently it will give this state is going to be not okay. It will give the state is an error. So that means that this Jboss is not currently is it's maybe a down, or it may be not responding state. So that way we can identify the status. Okay, manage. Okay, okay, so the request, based on the request only we can identify it. of it. It will go for the first idle, then it will go for the error state. So this is a very for that case we need, this is actually important the screen to identify the list of the servers when you have 20 or 100 servers. So this is screen very really helpful to, okay, so communication you can see in a single place. Okay, so the next okay, so let me start this Jboss servers. So okay, so HTTP sessions. Okay, so there's small information. So if you see any Jboss server, Jboss standalone configurations, standalone HTTP. Okay, so J groups. Okay, so we have here some info span. Okay, so we have a few blocks over here. See this server, this is web, BJP and Hypernet. So in this section web, the session, okay, this is related to some session. Here we can go, this is here we can go with either we have two ways to maintain this session thing. One is distribution way, one is replication way. Okay, so currently it is configured with DIST, means distribution way. Okay, so the difference is, so when you have a cluster, 3-node cluster, the replication mode, okay, this is the replication mode diagram. So and if you have a request, okay, the A is one request is came to the node 1, okay, immediately the session will be maintained backup in other two Jboss servers in a cluster. Okay, means whatever request will come to the any Jboss server, like assume that 3 requests came to node 1, so all three requests backup will be maintained across the Jboss servers in a cluster. So all, okay, so this is a replication mode. Okay, the distribution mode, this is a 3 cluster view. So if you have 4 servers with many requests, okay, so these many requests will be maintained across all the Jboss servers. Okay, this is the replication mode. Okay, we already seen the theory, so this is the practical we will show in the next classes. So this is, okay, this is the distribution mode, the currently which we done it. Okay, this is the distribution mode. So in distribution mode, take this example of the 4 nodes. Any request came to the node 1, so means here is a request came to node 1, so it will maintain the backup copy in other server only, not all servers, other servers at a time. If you see, the maximum is 2 backups. This is the 1 and this is the 2. So this is 2 backups is the default configuration in Jboss. So that will be here cache. So that will be like one property owners is equal to 2. Okay, this is actually default. It's there inbuilt property. So if you want, we can change it. Okay, this is the default one. So take the example of 4 servers. Request came to node 1, so this is maintained in node 2. Okay, take this H is came to node 1 request, so this backup it maintained is node 4, anyone. Okay, it will be maintained. So maximum is 2 by default. If we change in all the Jboss servers in a cluster, this is 2, 3. Okay, assume this is a 4. Okay, currently we have 3 Jboss servers, so make it this 3, so the session backup is maintained all 3 Jboss servers. Okay, so this is a default one too. It will be like this. If you give 3, it will maintain A here backup, and one more A here, maintain either here or here. So that is 3. We can make it on n number of based on the cluster size. We should go with in a production level. Okay, so this is how basic session. In the next class we will see how to really see the session is replicating on which Jboss servers in a cluster. Okay, so that and all we will see, okay, in next coming class. So this is how a very basic standalone cluster information with distribution mode. That is important. We done a standalone clustering with a distribution mode, and we will go on with the TCP. Okay, so the advantages we already seen theoretically. So the UDP and TCP, the disadvantages and advantages we saw this. Okay, so this is how very simple integration with the Apache modjk, and how to monitor this Apache from the single page to the number of Jboss servers. Okay, this is how. I hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you for watching this video.